Hello and welcome to Success and the Female Entrepreneur. I am thrilled to have this morning the CEO and founder of Public Speakers Association and global speaker. I mean, we are not playing around here. This is Tonya Hofmann. Yay,
Yay!
Tonya! Woo!
Yay
I am
me!
thrilled that you're here today and that I know you've got another um, but another session of the Career Speaker Academy starting today, which is an incredible opportunity for anyone who wants to be a speaker. And in the business of speaking, you need to be in the Career Speaker Academy. And we'll give Tonya a chance to chat about that in a minute. She is the real deal. So if you have been wondering how to become a speaker and how to use that in your business, you better have some paper, you better have a pen, you better take some notes, and you better get your questions ready because she is the gal who can help you know about that. Thank you, Tonya, for showing up today and being here and for
Yay!
making the zig and the zag. I appreciate that.
Donna's amazing, so you should all get connected with her like immediately.
Thank you, Tonya. Thank you. So we're going to, I love this question because people will ask you this, I'm sure. In today's market, when we can go anywhere and make our faces known, can you really make money as a speaker today?
Not only can you make money, but you can really go out and change a lot of lives, and then you're making money at the same time. So it's like a total win-win. You know, for me, when I really started getting into it, it was about how do you go out and change more lives, and then wow, look at this, I'm making a lot of money at the same time. And, you know, you've got to play differently in today's world as a speaker. It's not the, I'm going to wait and sit at my computer and wait for an email to come in and someone to say, Tonya, I want you to come in and I want to pay you to speak. It's not like that anymore. It's really an entrepreneurial platform where you go out and you use speaking as a marketing platform for your business. So it's a great way to build yourself quickly and a business around speaking as your marketing platform.
Yeah. And one of the things that I know that really...
Oh, we can't hear you anymore.
I could hear... How about that?
There you go.
Because I could hear everything through my computer. So I thought, well, don't need my headset on. So zigzag. So
we all learn.
And what I really have seen over the past years is that it really does help you to create that expert authority positioning when you use speaking with whatever business that you're in. You really are able to create this atmosphere around yourself that you are a step above anyone else out there if you're a speaker. And
well, it doesn't just do that. You know, yes, it sets you up as the authority in whatever your marketplace that you're in. But the real issue that ends up happening, or the positive thing, is that people get to hear your message and your personality. So it eliminates those that don't like you immediately, because guess what, ladies out there, not everyone needs to like you. Get over it. You know, 25% of the people when you walk into the room isn't going to like what you say, isn't going to like the way you look, isn't going to like your hair, whatever it is, they're just not going to like you.
Yeah.
But you don't focus on them. You focus on the top 25% that love you, that are like, oh my gosh, this is the best thing I've ever heard. They're just like eating up everything that you're saying. They just love it, love it, love it. Those are the people you focus on. And those are the ones that are going to really be able to take your information and implement and can really take it and go further with you, which is sales, right? They'll follow you on social media. They'll give you great testimonials. These are the people you focus on. The other 50%, you give them the opportunity to be a part of your world, your newsletters, your social media, your connections in some way, so that they can decide which camp are they going to be. Are they going to be on the non-Donna side or the yay Donna side? And you hope that they choose yay, but it's okay if they choose nay. So focus on all the ways the people who you love and you're connected to that love you back, and let everybody else go, because those people you don't like them either. You know, you don't like them, they don't like you. Just let them go. Just let them, it's okay.
Just let it go.
Let it go. Don't look at your opt-outs. Don't ever look to see who opted out. Let it go.
So Tonya, can anyone be a speaker?
Absolutely. And this is the exciting thing. So even for myself, I usually have like this little picture of myself somewhere, but people have a really hard time getting that the person on stage is just a person. They all started with everyone. I started as an introvert. I was incredibly introverted. I couldn't talk to people. And for me to stand in front of anybody, my first speaking gig was in front of 5 lovely ladies who all loved me. And I was like, shaking, sweating. It was awful. Kept doing it, pushing myself and making one solid goal. And that goal every year is to look back at myself the year before and not recognize myself. And if you push yourself that hard to do things that you're like, yeah, whatever, like I'm going to be on Blab. I can't even imagine being on video. I was just talking to this lady. She works with celebrities in Hollywood. She is amazing. And what does she say? Oh, well, I've got to lose 20 pounds first. I'm like, oh my gosh, who cares? Nobody cares that my teeth isn't perfect. Nobody cares that you're not perfect. We actually want non-perfect people now.
Well, that helps us to know that people are just like us, right? And it helps that trust factor and being able to really connect with people in a powerful, powerful way, I think, is part of that. So why should you market yourself? I mean, we have business owners that are watching this today. Why should they market themselves as a speaker instead of a business owner, Tonya?
Well, it's one and the same. Speaking is just part of your marketing strategy. Because if no one's ever heard of you and nobody knows what you're selling, what you're offering them, how you can change their life. Because every single person that's even listening to this, there's something that you know that I don't know. There's something you have that I can use that will help me, my family, my health, my business, my wealth. It could help me. So you're actually being incredibly selfish if you are keeping all that fabulousness to yourself and not sharing it with the world. And so if you've got a product or service, you've got some type of business, you have to use speaking to get that message out there, because there's people in Wyoming, poor things, that are waiting for you to help them. And now with the internet, we could go and help people all over the world. I was just talking to a lady in England yesterday. I was talking to a guy in Cyprus who wants to start up one of my groups. I mean, it's fantastic when you can go out there and change literally the world, because it's all like a ripple effect, right? So right. Donna goes out, she talks, and this ripple starts to happen. And then that person goes and they start to help somebody, and it just continues. And if we all have this positive excitability to help others, can you imagine what this world would be really like? It'd be awesome.
Awesome. Because that connection back and forth to one another then creates the opportunity to collaborate and to work together and to support one another, which is one of the things that I love about the Public Speakers Association, and being part of that association has really transformed things for me, that I've met people through you and through the association that I would never have met ever,
right.
Except that one person on Facebook who lived hundreds of miles that I was a friend with connected with me. And now I'm able to share all kinds of things with people because somebody reached out to me. And it's not just Public Speakers Association, but being able to speak and to share your message, because we have a lot of different kinds of speakers right here on this Blab today, and they get the opportunity to share their story in a bigger way. But the question people ask all the time is like, okay, so anybody can be a speaker. You told us anybody can, no matter what, and that you can still get paid to do that. But how do you get booked, Tonya? How do you go out there and get someone to actually hire you to come in and speak about the thing that can change the world?
So there's so many ways now, which is fantastic. So a lot of people think of speaking in front of 1,000 people, which is incredibly rare. Most speaking is in front of 15 to 30 people. And so a lot of times people are like, what? I thought speaking was like 100 people's plus, but that is a rare occurrence. Those are associations, corporate conferences, big events that people are putting on. And in those cases, you have to fill out forms and apply. You have to go out there and actually let people know. That's what I loved, and that's one of the reasons I started the Public Speakers Association, because I didn't see anyone helping people find those huge events. And so I'm just constantly sending them out. Donna knows that. I'm just always, when I find out about something, I don't just keep it to myself and fill it out myself. I send it out to people so that Donna could go, oh my gosh, this is perfect. I'll fill this form out, or I don't think I want to speak there, and let it go, right? But at least you found out about it.
Right.
Another thing that you can do is for your local area, look at meetup.com, find the niche. So say mommy groups are your perfect group. There are so many mommy groups on meetup.com. Mm-hmm. So you go there and you just say, hey, Susie, I would love to come in and bring value to your group. I would love to speak and give people some, tips on this, this, and this. So reach out to people like that. Another thing, nowadays, it's about using the internet. Mm-hmm. So much is on the internet, from virtual summits, like we've got one coming up November 17th and 18th. We also have one in December. We do one every single month. So it's a teleconference. So you're just over the phone, giving people great value, and lead genning, which is getting people to contact you. Hey, I would like a free coaching session, or signing up for your newsletter or social media accounts or whatever. You're getting them to come to you. So use things like Donna's fantastic show. Contact her. Hey, Donna, right? You contact me, be a part of my show. You get yourself out there. And that is part of the biggest transformation in the speaking world, is these live broadcasts on Periscope, on, here on Blab, on Meerkat, using YouTube. Video is amazing because people can really see how beautiful Donna is and her sparkling personality. People get a chance to kind of grasp and, enjoy that,
And I think it's a great opportunity as well, because one of the things as a speaker you want to do is have that opportunity for people to be able to see you in action and how you interact with the people that are in the group that you're speaking with. Well, one of the things I love about Blab and Periscope is that you have your recording, and you can post those up on YouTube. You can put them on your website. You can do all kinds of things. And that way you always have a way to send something to send people to, so that they can see you, not just hear you, because that's important too. That's
Absolutely.
important too. So you mentioned something that is one of the things that really attracted me to Public Speakers Association. And that's one aspect, but how do you find out about more speaking opportunities? You talked about you can go and market yourself to Meetup or other speaking opportunities, but how do you find them other than Meetup?
Yeah, one of the things you have to do is just like with any kind of business. If you're wanting to be a part of a grouping of people, you have to go where the grouping of people is, right? Mm-hmm. So you have to develop relationships with other speakers. That way you can find out about when, things are happening. They find out about a speaking opportunity, and you develop a relationship that is a connection. You're like, okay, Donna, when I find out about one, I'm going to tell you, and vice versa. Mm-hmm. So make sure that you're connecting with other speakers. Public Speakers Association is a great platform to meet other speakers and get involved. But look at going to conferences too. So one of the things I do is I go to these conferences and I immediately go and search out 3 different people. I find who are the speakers. I email them, because you can always find who they are, right? And they always have links to their website and stuff. You email them and say, oh my gosh, I love that you're coming to this conference. I'm going to be there also. Can we schedule some time to have a drink or, have dinner together or something? One of the things that I do often is create a VIP experience that It's not even part of that event. I just make it myself. So I invite all the other speakers to this VIP experience. And of course, who's not going to show up, right? So you can create your own things. I usually make sure that the person putting on the event doesn't mind, just because you don't want to, ruffle feathers. But usually, it's like 99% of the time, they're like, that is so nice of you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Another thing, too, is you look for sponsors, because they've got money and they're fabulous people. So you always connect with the sponsors, especially if you're going to be put on your own event. And then you look at and you ask the person who's putting on the event, who do I need to know?
Yeah.
And those are the people that have huge connections. So reach out, get out of your comfort zone, because in our comfort zones, we go to a conference with our bestest friend, and then we sit with our bestest friend, and we walk around with our bestest friend, and we don't do anything else. So get out of your comfort zone, say bye, friend, and both of you split, and you're referring people back to each other. So you become a very solid force. And if you were an introvert like me, I hooked myself to an extrovert, and so she kind of drugged me around and was introducing me people. Is a great way to get out of your introvertness, is have someone go, Tonya, you need to know this person.
Exactly. And because we do have to have that basis of confidence, it just a tiny little bit can propel you into incredible places. And I think one of the great things, not only in our business, but that we, like you said, your extrovert friend, you borrowed her confidence to put you out there where you needed to be in order to meet the right kind of people. And so if you don't have that kind of confidence, you just borrow your friends or borrow the event planners and put yourself up there in a bigger way. So I would love for you to take just a couple of minutes. And the subject is all about public speaking, but it's entrepreneurship. And to me, Tonya, you are the epitome of an entrepreneur, because you have a business that you've created, but you didn't just stop at just one thing. You've created multiple things. So could you just chat with us just a couple of minutes about the mindset that it takes to be a successful entrepreneur?
Sure. I've started my very first business when I was 25, and I bought a retail store. I do not suggest that, even though I loved it and I miss it. There's something about retail that is just so much fun. But I had to keep reinventing myself, because you have to, in any business, you have to adjust often. And this is the hardest thing for from employees' mindsets to go into the entrepreneurial mindset world, is they want to do one thing and they want to be done.
Yeah.
It's like checked off the list. Okay, here's my checklist. Check, done. And so they're like, oh, well, I made my website. Well, that was 5 years ago, or even a year ago. It's always about rebranding and adjusting for what you hear, most importantly, what people want. Not what they need, not what you want to give them, but what do they actually want and what will they pay for?
Yes.
So I've gotten really good at adjusting, right? And saying, okay, this person keeps saying, these people keep saying that they want this particular thing. Okay, well then I need to make something that incorporates that. Now, I always have the things that they need to do also embedded into it. Yes. But because they do need that, but it's the want that gets them to buy. So focus on what people want. And the easiest way for everyone, I'm going to give y'all a great tip today, okay, is say Donna wants to offer a new course. And she's like, I wonder if people are going to want this course. Instead of her going and making this whole course without finding out if people even want to pay for it, she's going to go out and sell it first. Yeah. And then if people buy it, then she makes it. So this is something that I've done for a long time. My husband freaks out every time because he's like, no one's going to buy something that's not made. So when I launched the Public Speakers Association, perfect example, I didn't know if people would want to get together, and be a part of a speakers organization. So I pushed it out. I sent out the information of what I was wanting to do, why I was wanting to do it, and then the order form for people to buy it. After I got $12,000 in sales in 2 days, I said, I think this is worth doing. And so I went and made the whole website. I made everything that it needed to be and launched it 2 weeks later. So yeah, it takes a lot of work, but it takes a lot of guts just to push out information to see if it's something that wants. Now, really quickly too, what happens to a lot of times, people are like, but what if it fails? Oh my gosh, what if people don't buy it? First of all, you don't let anybody know that you didn't do it, because all they see is that you did something, that you were doing something, that you were offering something. They don't have to know that you didn't actually get anybody to buy it. All right. So you just simply stop talking about it. Don't send out a postponed or canceled notice. Just simply stop talking about it. People just see. A lot of people are just waiting. They're just seeing what's going on.
Right.
And then just go try something else. That's as simple as that.
That
and you can make so much
smart.
more money that way.
I just love that, because it seems in the retail world, you had to have a store and you had to have product in there, and you had before you could open the doors. But entrepreneurs, and as we are today with our online world, you can open the doors and just let people get a peek at what is available for them. So for the people who are listening today, out there being able to promote their business using speaking as an opportunity in a way, you can be taking those orders and creating those opportunities right now, today. You don't have to wait 6 weeks to have your course or all of it figured out. You can have that done today.
I mean, if you look at reality, okay, when I had my retail stores, that was $6,000 a month in rent.
Wow.
That was $100,000 on the shelf and $250,000 on the shelf at Christmas time of product that you hope would sell.
Yeah.
I mean, there was no guarantee that what you brought in was going to walk out. Okay. You had insurance issues because I had to have $1 million payments. We had $1,200 in lighting, every month. We had all of this stuff. We don't have to do that anymore. Right. So it's the first time in, our history of being people that we could be an entrepreneur and really get started on a fraction of the dime.
Right.
But it does take money to make money. Yeah. And that's, I think, one of the hardest things for people to get through, is that it was my hardest thing, because I come from a penny pitcher. My father was like, rubs pennies together. Was I'm going to give away, I'm going to spend this money, and I hope it comes back. Oh, I need that money to come back. But once I stopped thinking that way and said, this money is an investment in myself, in my growth, and the growth of my business, everything exploded. So if you're always like, oh, I don't know if I should invest in that, it will keep you from moving forward. Believe me, because I know it was a huge transition for me.
Yeah. Yeah. And so one of the great things is, and just, I know you've got that group of people waiting for you at the next session of Career Speaker Academy, so I don't want to keep you too long, but that is one of those places where people can invest in themselves, is through the Career Speaker Academy and through Public Speakers Association, and those are all on the website, right, Tonya? Public Speakers Association.
Yeah, there's a link to the Career Speaker Academy, or you just go to careerspeakeracademy.com. Our next round of virtual ones, so it's just over the computer, so you can take the course online, is in January, so you can jump in on that opportunity. And you can become a certified career speaker, but really it's about learning all of the business parts of it, so that you only get yeses, that you're set up to make a huge difference, and that people really are going to be super excited about hearing your message and connecting with you. It just explodes everything. It's so much fun.
It is fun. It is fun. So when people come and visit after this, because they're going to be watching, we just want to make sure that you just put in the comments, you saw us on Blab today. And that'll just help Tonya know that she's getting her message out to this audience, and making sure that she knows that that I know and that you know that this is something you want to hear about. And hopefully we can get Tonya on here again to talk about some of the other elements, because she is a savvy businesswoman and she has some great things to teach. And Tonya, do you want to just say anything or invite anybody to anything before we finish up, so I can let you go on to, or do we have any questions from anywhere? So
yeah, if you have a question, just let me know. If you would like, I have a running contest on my website. So if you go to TonyaHofmann.com, let me put it in the chat window here.
Okay.
Because people always misspell my last name. My husband's family doesn't know how to spell their last name right. But if you go to TonyaHofmann.com/win, I have a running contest every month. We choose the winner at the beginning of every month, and you get to win a $1,000 coaching session with me, which is, an hour with me. So I'd love to help you. But if you have questions in general, just reach out. All my websites have, contact us, which comes to me. And I would love to help you get out there, start changing the world and making money doing it.
Absolutely. And so that's TonyaHofmann.com and Public Speakers Association, and I just popped up mine, DonnaWoolam.com. So if you have any questions about that, you can sure come over to my website and connect with me there. Danielle, thanks so much for being here. Did you have a question or any comments that you wanted to ask?
I've got a few minutes, so
she has just a
ask away.
Learn quite a bit. Fabulous.
Awesome.
Well, this typically over on my site, my real Blab place. So thanks for finding me today. We do Success in the Female Entrepreneur 3 days a week. And so if you would like to be a guest on that, just let me know and we'll have a chat about that. And Tonya's TV show, fabulous TV show, is several days a week. So you can look for her and make sure that you connect with her. Thank you, Danielle. We'll be watching for you. And so Tonya, I just want to say thank you so much for taking the time and investing the time in us today. And I hope that you have an incredible week. And I'm sure I'll be talking to you really soon. So,
well, thank you, Donna. You're amazing. Thank you for this show. And I want to say, personally, not only do I love that you're one of my friends, but I'm so proud of you. You're one of the people that, I've watched you start to really blossom because you're just taking action. And that's one of the hardest things for people to do, is just get out there and do. And I'm so proud of you for doing that.
Thank you, Tonya. Thank you. The support, your support, and the support of the other people that I've met through Public Speakers Association has really helped me be able to take those steps. So thank you for that. I appreciate it a lot. Thank you. Thank you.
Absolutely.
So we're going to say goodbye, and you can watch the recording again if you. Super, Danielle. We're glad you're going to join the association. Thanks. And we're going to stop the recording now and say goodbye to everyone. Bye.